I'm going to begin with an exercise. I will present a series of words on the screen. Your job is to read the words. Do not write them down. I will explain why I had you do that later. Let's talk about sleep. You should spend an average of a quarter to a third of your life sleeping. What happens during this time? Sleep is divided into 4 main stages you generally cycle through every 90 to 110 minutes. The first stage is called N1 and is referred to as the drowsy period. You can be easily awoken during this time and your brain is still quite active. The next stage is N2, or light sleep. Your eyes stop moving, your body becomes disengaged with its surroundings, your temperature drops. Your breathing and heart rate are still regular though, and you can be easily awoken. N3 is the deepest, most restorative stage of sleep. Your blood pressure drops, heart rate slows, muscles relax. Blood supply to your muscles increases, allowing for tissue growth and repair. Your energy is restored, and hormones, such as growth hormone, are released. The final stage of sleep is referred to as REM, or rapid eye movement. Your brain starts to perk up, but some of your muscles become temporarily paralyzed, allowing your body to become immobile and relaxed. Your eyes begin to dart back and forth, hence the name of this stage, and you'll likely dream. Your body will continue to cycle through these 4 stages throughout the night. Each of these stages contribute to a restorative, healthy night of sleep. Why is sleep so important? For one, sleep helps regulate your hormones, which are chemical messengers that travel throughout the body and help coordinate many key processes. At the start of the night, levels of the hormone cortisol drop in the body. They then slowly increase throughout the night to help promote alertness in the morning. Sleep is the time when growth hormone is released, as I briefly mentioned, so inadequate sleep can be linked to delayed growth. Sleep also helps regulate the hormones ghrelin and leptin, both of which play a role in hunger and fullness cues. If you're tired, you're likely to eat more. Thus, sleep deprivation is linked to another public health epidemic, obesity. Another way sleep is important is that it helps contribute to a healthy immune system. Studies have shown that individuals are more likely to catch a cold when sleep deprived, and that vaccines can actually be less effective after insufficient sleep. This is believed to be due to the fact that your body produces fewer infection-fighting antibodies when sleep deprived. The most important effects of sleep are on your brain. While asleep, your brain is ridding itself of toxic byproducts that can build up and contribute to diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. Sleep also helps the brain regulate mood. One study found that after getting 4.5 hours of sleep a night for a week, individuals reported worse overall moods. At the beginning of this talk, I had you read some words. Now, I'm going to present more words on the screen. Your job is to read the words and figure out whether or not each word was included in the previous list of words. Keep track of or write down your responses, yes or no. You can take out your phone for this. Here are the answers. How did you do? Numerous studies reveal that sleep deprivation has been linked to compromised performance on short-term memory tasks, such as the task you just did, in terms of both accuracy and speed. Sleep also affects your long-term memories. While asleep, your brain is rewiring, making new connections, turning short-term memories into long-term memories. In addition to all the effects of inadequate sleep, I've already mentioned, inadequate sleep has been linked to an increased risk for type 2 diabetes, heart disease, stroke, irregular heartbeat, seizures, high blood pressure, migraines, impaired attention, impaired alertness, impaired concentration, impaired reasoning, decreased ability to adapt to input, impaired problem solving, impaired balance, and impaired hand-eye coordination, which can lead to unintentional injuries, accidents, substance abuse, and risky behavior. Perhaps most frighteningly, inadequate sleep has been linked to otherwise unexplained premature death. Clearly, sleep is crucial to our health. How much sleep do we need? The National Sleep Foundation states that teenagers ages 13 through 17 need 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night, with the average being 9.25 hours. Adults ages 18 through 64 need 7 to 9. Most people do not meet these guidelines. According to a 2006 Sleep in America study, which was the last study focused specifically on teens, 87% of high schoolers got fewer than 9 hours of sleep per night, with 62% getting fewer than 8. Let those numbers sink in. The facts initially shocked me, but when I think about what I've heard from my peers, these numbers seem to be fairly accurate. I have friends that regularly sleep fewer than 6 hours on school nights. Remember the negative effects research shows they are experiencing, and the both short and long-term health risks they are taking. So why are teens not getting the sleep they need? There are many factors that contribute. The first deals with the natural body clocks of teenagers. In adolescence, there is a shift in melatonin, a sleep hormone, production so that it is released later in the day. The result is that teens naturally want to go to bed late and get up late. I have a friend that tries to go to bed at 10 to get a full 8 hours of sleep before she gets up at 6, but she can't. Her body will not let her sleep until midnight or sometimes even 1 in the morning. Furthermore, there have been countless studies that show that teenage brains aren't fully functional before 9 or 10 a.m. So why are we forced to start school at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning? It doesn't make sense. Another factor contributing to this epidemic is overscheduling. Nowadays, many teens are forced to balance a rigorous course load, work, extracurricular activities, family time, and much more. There are not enough hours in the day for everything, so sleep is what is compromised. The increasing presence of technology also plays a big role. Technology takes up time, as I'm sure we can all attest to. It can lead to procrastination, which leads to sleep time getting cut. Screens also give off blue light, which has been shown to increase alertness and can delay that release of melatonin even further. A final factor contributing to this epidemic is the lack of awareness about the importance of sleep. I think everybody knows healthy eating and exercise are important components to a healthy lifestyle. Sleep needs to be put on that same level, and it isn't. We need to address the sleep deprivation epidemic. This is a problem that can be solved, but it will require effort from both teens and adults. For teens, time management techniques are key. Teens, you need to learn how to manage your time in the most effective way possible to leave enough room in the day for sleep. Time management will help not only with sleep, but with many other aspects of life. However, time management isn't everything. Sometimes teens overbook themselves so much that even if they are the most efficient person possible, there still aren't enough hours for everything. So teens, stop overbooking. Figure out what matters to you most and stick with that. Don't try to overload yourself so much that you don't leave enough time for adequate sleep. Another strategy you can use to promote sleep is, if possible, avoid scheduling a first block or first hour class. That way, your school schedule will better align with your body's natural clock. One more piece of advice. Put technology away well before bedtime. I know how tempting it is to go on your phone right before bed. I do it too. But slowly, try to eliminate this habit. You will likely find it easier to both fall asleep and stay asleep. Now for adults. Make school start times align with teens' natural body clocks. There have been efforts in this area, but not enough. There are excuses, bus schedules, work, etc. But there are solutions. Have the little ones go to school earlier. They are usually up bright and early anyway and do not have the delayed release of melatonin working against them. Teachers, use research-aligned homework practices. Busy work is not only pointless, but it takes away from time teenagers could spend asleep. If they are sleep deprived, they will likely learn less from homework and from the time they spend with you in class. I recently heard a story of a girl who stayed up until 5:30 in the morning studying, only to get up again at 6:15 to go to school and take exams. She got 45 minutes of sleep. It's not a night's sleep, it's a nap. Her body likely didn't even get into deep sleep during this time. The sad part is, this girl's story is not uncommon. I hear these types of stories all the time, and it's not okay. Parents, emphasize the importance of sleep to your teens and set a good example. Even though you may not think so, they look up to you. Show them that a healthy lifestyle includes adequate sleep. This last one is for everybody. In my opinion, the most important solution is to increase awareness. If people know the consequences of not getting enough sleep and how truly harmful it is, hopefully that will persuade them to prioritize their nightly rest. By being here today, you have learned what happens during sleep, why it's so important, and the true consequences of not getting enough. I ask you to spread the message. Let's all help increase awareness. Thank you.